motion to start the AGM. So can I have a proposal? As in, if you want to propose to start the AGM, just raise your hand. Okay, thank you. Yeah. And seconder, thank you. The President's report first. Since Kong is not here today, Hong Qi will be presenting on his behalf.
As this is a new rule, appeals were expected during the KIPS appeal period. Of all the appeals received during that period, only 2 were pertaining to the minimum attendance rule. Both were given a waiver mainly due to medical condition not known to CCA leader previously and STP commitment. Individualization was also put in place for KEES sector as the minimum attendance rule was not able to properly justify the commitment due to the nature of the CCAs. A different set of percentage distribution for outstanding performance points was followed for committee size that is smaller or equals to 10. Next will be IVAC. This year, the Internal Information Verification Control System went through a makeover with the expertise of Gerald and Fan Hao. The makeover included additional filters to reduce the administrative workload during the submission of points to OSA. Also, IVAC 2.0 is an extremely adaptable and extendable system. It means the possibility of more components that could be added in the future, such as logging of attendance. With IVAC 2.0, we are even closer to establish a one-stop portal that is able to handle all administrative matters in KE7. We are extremely grateful to Gerald and Fan Hao for sacrificing their precious time in revamping IVAC. Their great contribution will benefit KE7 for years to come. Chingay. In AY 2013-2014, the 6th House responded to the request of People's Association to put out a joint performance representing NUS for Chingay 2014. This is the first time they came out with 7 Hall to part in the planning process of Chingay, with Mr. In Jianan taking up the role of Finance Director in the Chingay Main Committee. My heartfelt gratitude to Jianan for stepping up as the Finance Director, as well as Alvin Hardy for stepping up as the dance choreographer, despite the short notice. It's a pity to note that due to the short notice of the collaboration, as well as the tight production schedule in semester 2, our hall was unable to provide manpower for dancers as well as engineers for collaboration. Perhaps future collaboration could be made known earlier to better facilitate the recruitment of members, as seasoned participants of Chingay, such as Cambridge Hall and Shears Hall, have recruitment for Chingay since semester 1. Red and flat. Compared to past year's REC, we were able to see a closer working relationship between halls prior to the actual work in June 2014, due to the possibility of Chingay 2015. A general theme and colour scheme was agreed upon amongst the 6 halls for the ease of unification of the props for Chingay 2015. This year's REC team was fortunate to have Ms. Ling Xiufen, a K alumni back, to conduct lessons on planning of props to our fresh planning artists. Under leadership of Ms. Ling Luoqi and Mr. Sam Ziyu, the rectors put out a stunning silvery performance during the recent REC display. Here, I would also like to thank Mr. Xie Feng Hao for conceptualizing the storyline and heading REC at the very start. The flag team this year under Ms. Wu Pei An was courageous, taking out both clean flagging and carnival sales and ultimately clinching bronze in the flag show competition. At the end, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the following groups of people who were indispensable during my fulfilling term. To the SCRC and staff of KE7, who selflessly shared their wisdom and experience during our interactions. To all hall leaders who work hand in hand with us to ensure that hall calendar is nothing short of excitement. To all Keegans who had the passion and heart to serve hall. To the 56 JCRC for their guidance, and to the 57 JCRC for being the most impartial group of people that I've ever worked with. I could not ask for a better team. Thank you.
In the 57th Honorary General Secretary, I would like to give a brief overview of my general roles and responsibilities as well as changes made this year. Firstly, the roles and responsibilities of the Honorary General Secretary includes preparing meeting minutes for SCRC meetings, JCRC meetings, and the annual general meeting. I also ensure information from the JCRC and hall leaders is disseminated to all Keegans through emails so that all Keegans are updated about important information and hall events. In addition, I also help with administrative matters of the JCRC, which includes vacation stay subsidy, KIPS, and CCA attendance. I am also in charge of planning the mock room draw and final room draw. In addition, other duties include the JCRC notice board, as well as to plan and execute the annual general meeting, which is happening right now. Moving on to some changes made this year, publicity from hall leaders were compiled into a daily digest in a bid to streamline publicity efforts and increase leadership of hall emails. Emails were also preceded with a quick summary for ease of reading. However, this regrettably contributed to an increase in size of emails sent. With the help of KE Edition as well as the Publicity Marketing Secretary, Tai Xiang, the Honorary General Secretary email header was created to increase the vibrancy of hall emails. Hall press, however, were retained in important official hall emails as per last year. Another change made this year was that room draw was conducted separately for residents and successful master's lease applicants, to allow sufficient time for the master's lease committee to conduct interviews and consult hall leaders. Changes were also made to the room draw system to decrease delays in hall entry by the JCRC, and also to allow us to provide residents with real-time updates during room draw. CCA attendance continued to be monitored online, but hall leaders were no longer required to submit a hard copy version of CCA attendance. In addition, validation of CCA attendance records by the CCA's respective resident fellows was removed as well. This was implemented not only to reduce the workload of the hall leaders, but also to empower hall leaders as well as to foster greater ownership of the CCA. One of the possible things that future Honorary General Secretary can do is to seek possibilities in streamlining the administrative portals in the future, for example, integrating CCA attendance room draw into the IVET online system. I would like to thank all hall leaders for their prompt submission and replies, making administrative work much easier and enjoyable. Special thanks also goes to Katie Bishop. Bear with my email spam for 1 whole year. Last but not least, this journey would not have been possible without the trust and support from my 57 JCRC members throughout the past year. This has truly been a humbling and rewarding experience. Thank you. I would like to ask for the motion. I would like to ask for the motion of the Honorary General Secretary's report to be passed. Can I have a proposal? Okay, thank you. Can I have the agenda? Okay, thank you. I'm Sir, the 57th Financial JCRC Secretary. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for my absence, as I'm currently not in Singapore. Over the past academic year, I oversaw the finances of the whole, found in the AGM report. This year, we not only maintain our support towards our biggest cluster, sports, by providing better equipment and coaching sessions, we had also shown support to the arts and culture cluster by providing more coaching opportunities. Newly initiated CCAs such as the Green Team were taken care of as well. In order to ensure an effective allocation of the budget, the JCRC have discussed and reviewed all requests, and the sector heads have played a major role in representing their respective clusters. 2 initiatives were brought up this year. The first initiative is the Alumni Coaching Fund, to thank the alumni who has been coaching the CCAs for free over the year. We hope to appreciate and encourage more alumni to contribute back to Hall. Second initiative was the mid-year budget review, which had allowed all Hall leaders to review their allocated budget and expenditure, free up their budgets, and propose for more if necessary. Funds were reallocated to better meet the needs of every single CCA. Lastly, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the SCRC, Hall office staff, Hall leaders and treasurers, and the 57th JCRC for your support, guidance, and cooperation. It has been a great year working with all of you.
Yes. As far as to represent our halls in matters regarding the Hall games, I am also responsible for recreation activities such as facilities such as the squash and tennis courts. Academic year 13-14 saw 2 new initiatives in the sports sector. Firstly, the Sports National Committee worked together with K Titans to revamp our gym and purchase new equipment to serve the residents better. Secondly, as Kami mentioned earlier on behalf of Sulan, Alumni Coaching Club initiated the show of appreciation to our alumnus for their commitment to this talented for squash. And this offers to IPG. IPG last year saw many freshmen and seniors taking part in the games and bonding with their blockmates. It was run smoothly by the SM. I regret that I did not achieve my dream of attaining 4th place for AG, but I'm glad that we did not lose our footing this year and maintain overall field standing. All in all, it was heartening to see the general increase in the sports increase slightly with netball hiring a coach. But this brought in results for netball girls entering the semi-finals, taking all their balls by surprise. In sports, upsets are inevitable, and we had our fair share. But then I'm also proud to say that there was a general increase in our standard of sports, with 12 teams entering the semi-finals. Not just that, our rope relay team attained silver, and our table tennis girls back to gold. That's not all, we got our very own Hui winning the overall IHG Sports Team of the Year. Apart from that, IHG support was also stepped up by SMC, which later will touch on later. To conclude, I would like to thank the SCRC for their continuous support. I would like to thank SMC for the wonderful job done throughout the year. It was my honor to work with Timothy Tan, who helped me transform my ideas into action. I've also had the privilege of working with all the sports captains who were very cooperative and understanding. So thank you very much. Yeah, really thank you. And I'm grateful to the office staff who assisted me with the administrative work, especially during the IHG period. Thank you, Alyssa and 运动。Yeah, thank you.
I would like to ask for the motion of the sports secretary's report to be passed. Can I have a proposal? Okay, and second, thank you. Now Yuan Dong, the assistant sports secretary, will be presenting his report.
Good evening, Kivian. My name is Chen Yuan 57, assistant sports secretary. My main job is to assist 57 sports secretary Michelle Craft, such as attendance and IHG publicity. So this year, IHG publicity was under SMC, which is led by Timothy Tan. The team of IHG was 1KE. Under the team, SMC came up with many new ideas to boost the IHG spirit within the hall and encourage more residents to go down to support all the players. I believe that a lot of the seniors can see all the different transformation of our dining hall, such as the stairway all the way into the terminal, bus terminal, and also our shuttle path. During the IHG period, more effort was bound into the next support. We supported for SMC bring down all the sport drinks as well as the shirt merchandise such as the sparkles and the KE flag to show our KE players. The individual CCA boards, right, with all the players' photo and with all the messages for all the residents, right, also being passed to the sport captain after the IHG to show our appreciation for them. So as all these initiatives will not happen without Timothy and his team. So I would like to thank them for all the hard work and the countless hours that they have put in to make this happen. I was also in charge of the IHG welfare during the holiday training. So we went down to individual sport to give them the H2O to show our appreciation to them. This was well received by all the CCA leaders, and I think that this should be carried out in the future. Last year, I was also the point of contact for ARC. ARC is to build a stronger tie with our alumni. Newsletter designed by ARC was sent to all the alumni every other week. This to keep them in contact with all the existing events happening in the hall and engage them. One of the major events for the ARC was the graduation night. Each graduating senior will receive an exclusive KE badge sponsored by the SCRC and a booklet filled with all the wishes for all the residents to show our appreciation. So, sponsored graduation gift for the NUS alumni office will also give to them during the night. And the small captains with the short notes given by the 57 JCRC to show our appreciation to them. I would like to thank last year's graduating senior, Jamil, Una, Stephanie, Felicia, and Sam for all the kindly helping in the preparation of the graduation night. And also the ARC chairman, Yue, and also the vision to support us during the night. Last but not least, I would thank the 57 GCRC and especially Michelle Craig. Thank you.
I would like to ask for the motion of the Assistant Sports Secretary to be passed. Thank you. And second, thank you. Next, we'll move on to Julian, the Culture Secretary.
Hi everyone, I'm Julian, 57 Culture Secretary. I oversaw 9 CCAs last year, namely Aptitude, Band, Choir, Cheerleading, Culture Management Board, Dance, Music Ensemble, Wushu, and Singing. So the academic year of 2013-2014 saw the culture sector grew to soar to greater heights. Leaders and also the members themselves put a lot of effort and also passion into their work to push their CCAs further. They dedicated a significant amount of time and effort into creating new initiatives, and as such, I'd like to highlight the several milestones that we had over the course of last year. Firstly, we have the rebranding of the Internal Cultural Night into the Night of Arts. Historically, there were two major cultural performances in hall, i.e. the External Cultural Night and also the Internal Cultural Night. However, the External Cultural Night was removed about several years ago, leaving only ICM as the main cultural platform in hall. As such, with the help of Culture Management Board, we rebranded Night of ICN to Night of Arts, as we not only want to showcase our very own culture CCAs, but also to provide platforms to talents that do not classically fall into the traditional CCAs that we have. Last year, for the first year, we had several performances, including a ukulele sing-along and also a pop and rock solo. Next, I'd like to talk about open mic and dinner concerts. Last year, two of our CCAs, i.e. KA On Song and Sing Yao, collaborated with our very own Culture Management Board to bring entertainment to your dinner time. So, suffice to say, both of these, the several dinner concerts received great responses from the crowd, and I do hope that this continues in the subsequent years with more CCAs participating in it. Thirdly, I'd like to talk more on the combined hall productions. As per every year, our hall has always been very active in the 6 hall productions that we have. I'd like to mention 2 specific combined hall productions. One being that of Encores. Encores is actually a combined ensemble performance. And for KE7, it's special because we have our own KE ensemble, which just started 2 years ago, and they are relatively new. They had a very good showing, and they performed very well and had great applause. Next, I also like to mention about Amplitude. So KE7 has always been organizing Amplitude as the main chairperson. So despite several setbacks initially, the team of freshies led by Matthew and also supervised by Garrett organized a very great event. Despite some setbacks such as we are unable to find, we had to shift our location to Newtown. This had a good showing of a full house for the first time in many years. The fourth thing I'd like to talk about is greater involvement in NUS Open House. Compared to previous years, last year we were able to send 3 performances from our cheerleading, wushu, and band. So this is a great significant improvement, and they actually had a very great performance. Lastly, I'd like to talk about external performances by our very own CCA. CCAs such as Sing Yao and Wushu perform externally in Run NUS, in St. Luke's, Renqi, as a charity performance, and this shows that we are actually pushing ourselves to greater heights and organizing our own activities. So lastly, I'd just like to acknowledge everyone's help, without which the culture calendar wouldn't have succeeded. I'd also like to thank the 56 JCRC for leaving us with a very good cultural leaders and also for actually guiding us along the way. I'd like to thank my 57 JCRC for providing a good and thoroughly enjoyable experience throughout the whole of last year. I'd also like to thank SCRC for the invaluable support and guidance. And lastly, I'd like to wish 58 all the best in this coming year. Thank you.
I would like to ask for the motion of the Cultural Secretary's report for the past. Okay. One second, thank you.
I'm Mr. the 57th GCIC Productions Secretary. I will just briefly give you an overview of my sector and highlight some initiatives that the production sector actually has. The production cluster consists of all 3 major productions in hall, Chinese drama, hall play, and Xinqian Rongji, regional Chinese song composing competition. In short, it's SQRJ. All the 3 productions have delivered successful performances, and all of them explore more possibilities to cooperate among themselves as well as other cultural communities. Okay, so for Chinese drama, they have taken quite a few initiatives last year. They engage students from different backgrounds to create a diverse representation of the CC in terms of nationalities, to provide a better theatre arts exposure in our acting. As Europe, with much efforts put into public relations, Chinese drama has reached out to many external organizations such as Chinese drama groups from other JCs, as well as some NUSCCs such as NUS Harmonica Orchestra. With a greater impact on and out of campus and cooperation with other counterparts CCAs, by Neil Simon from Broadway was staged for Hall Play 2013 and 14. Hall Play members displayed great teamwork, successfully putting up a sensational play. Last year, the publicity and marketing department were very outstanding in terms of initiatives. As for publicity, the creation of a viral game was played within hall during the first semester to promote the play. They incorporated rigorous use of social media into publicity, such as actively engaging hall residents as well as potential audience on Facebook. and pouring more efforts to design different versions. Furthermore, the marketing department was very resourceful, and there was a drastic reduction of budget consumption with the enhancement on cost control. Finally, two impressive performances were delivered on 21st and 25th January 2014. The 16th XQRJ Regional Chinese Songwriting Competition's Grand Final was held in UCC on 16th. XQRJ had a wide reach public, and a 40% increase of the original song entries was achieved compared to the previous year. Similar to hot play, the biggest highlight of XQRJ last year was also fundraising as well as cost control. More than 12,000 cash sponsorship from external parties and a final surplus of 1,500 plus totally cleared the misperception that XQRJ was operating. This event helped to raise the profile of XQRJ as well as KE7 to the general public and allow the crowd to learn more about original Chinese songwriting. Together with other publicity channels such as Facebook campaign, XQRJ was a great success eventually, where the committee found new effective ways of collaboration with other sponsors. Apart from the development of respective productions, collaborations among different productions have also been further carried out last year. As I mentioned just now, Chinese Drama invited a professional theatre artist to conduct a 2-day workshop for selected members keen on acting. To fully utilize coaching resources, hot play class candidates were also invited to practice a master's class. Apart from learning acting skills from the professional trainer, the workshop also promoted bonding from Chinese drama and hot play. For example, Chinese drama worked with KE7 Wushu for a 1-day charity event where their members went down to perform at an activity center for children from underprivileged families. Similarly, during the charity event Music Without Boundary, organized by XQRJ, besides the performance by XQRJ finalists, KE Wushu team members also put up a magnificent show of Chinese martial arts for the audience. Last but not the least, the floor room maintenance last year was further carried out while we still had a large space for improvements. Power tools as well as many instruments were maintained and purchased for set building purposes. Old leftover spoiled tools were cleared from the floor room with the assistance of hall staff together with set building crews of the production teams. The usage of safety booths was also monitored at the same time. However, the usage of floor room could have been better coordinated during December vacations when all productions were busy distributing their stage sets. And the monitoring of floor room equipment during rec periods could also be improved this year. In terms of recommendation, I recommended a logbook system for floor room maintenance to my successor, Ms. Liu Yang, 50A's JCRC. There was always lack of protocols as well as standard procedure in regular maintenance of floor room. A logbook system can be set up to track the usage of various power tools inside the floor room. And once the responsibility of different periods of floor room usage are assigned to a specific person or team, the floor room usage can be better managed as well as the material and equipment will be more systematic and traceable. At the end of my presentation, I would like to express my greatest gratitude to Hall Master and SCRC for their patience and help, Hall Office staff for their assistance and encouragement, Chinese Drama, Hall Play and XQRJ production teams for their passion, devotion as well as cooperation. Thanks.
Okay, so next we'll have the Internal Affairs Secretary, Stefan, to present her report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Stefan, the Internal Affairs Secretary from the 27th GCRC. I will just briefly give an overview of my sector and that's on future recommendations and new initiatives. Basically, my role was to oversee all CCAs and activities within the hall that involves residents internally, namely the 5 block committees, student and dance committee, and the relational and organizing committee. The internal affairs sector has done well this year. The 5 block committees were very cooperative and constantly came up with social events and welfare for their blocks, and also even inter-block by doing suppers and FAD supper, just to name a few, which helped in welcoming blockers and students alike. E&D also did a good job in organizing hall events like the formal hall dinner as well as the annual dinner and dance. For future recommendations, for Blockcom, I recommend a cut in the number of Blockcom members so that everyone will be put into good use. Fortunately, this has been implemented by the 58th GCRC, and hopefully this will make Blockcom more efficient in the following years to come. The 5 block comms can also collaborate more to come up with inter-block activities to increase hall vibrancy and promote block and hall spirit at the same time. For Kivian's Day, perhaps a more fun and interactive, yet grand way of celebration could have been a better way to celebrate the idea of Kivian's Day, possibly through a buffet dinner, games and a prize presentation. SMC IHG appreciation should not be included in programs if possible too. As for MAD awards, it can still be included in Kivian's Day but should be made grander. Alternatively, it can be adopted back to V&A this year in the next NAD head or the 58th JCRC field that is not. Ultimately, the way Kivian's Day should be carried out should be reconsidered some feedback on the residents and be planned in a way such that most Kivians and alumni members would attend. A social committee can also be set up to be in charge of all social events and special occasions in hall. For example, they would be responsible to organize hall-wide celebrations like the Eaton Festival, Valentine's Day, Chinese New Year, and Diwali just to name a few. This would greatly ease some block communities and create more platforms for residents to interact. Also, it is a good way to make hall life more vibrant. This can be done in collaboration with other CCAs such as the Hall Promotion Board, HDB, block committees, and DNB. Next, I'll talk about some of the new initiatives. This year, we did a blood donation drive in 3 other halls in semester 1. It was the first time KE is doing a blood donation drive for girls. And we faced mainly manpower shortage and lack capacity methods. And I recommend that KE Angels take up this project under their this coming year, which is fortunately happening under the leadership of the new Angels VIH Hall and the guidance of the 58th Welfare Director. As mentioned in the common speech, we also introduced KE Supper in semester 2, which was very well received by residents. This is a project that can be carried on in future semesters and years to come, and perhaps even look into improvising the system if possible. However, the continuity of this project has to be determined by both Uncle Vincent, the supper provider, and the 58th JCRC, and I believe that they will fight for what they believe will benefit all students for this matter. We also tried to introduce Wi-Fi in all by piloting this project in block. However, due to a series of miscommunication, technical issues, and delays, we had difficulties in carrying out this project successfully. This project has been passed on to the hall office, and I recommend that they hire student helpers to help in setting up routers should this project continue in the future. Also, there should be a clear and proper communication with all parties involved, such as the board, com center, and block heads to ensure that all trainings and equipment are put to good use. Lastly, I'd like to thank Hall Master and the SRC for their undying support and guidance to the JCRC, the block heads, Pharmacy, Sophia, Luna, Stephanie, Corey, and Gilbert, Linker, and John for their collaboration with the JCRC and the good work done with the CCAs. And also KE Angels for providing support for the blood donation drive. All of this for always being friendly and helpful towards the JCRC. All you guys, residents, for participating in this event actively. Friends and family who helped and supported me in the past year, and last but not least, the 57th JCRC for having faith in me, for being so supportive and encouraging and committed throughout our time. Thank you.
During my time as the welfare secretary, my job scope includes mainly the following. First, supporting CCAs, projects and events under the welfare and service cluster. Second, collecting feedback regarding hall meals and welfare through regular surveys, analyzing the results and following up with the actions whenever applicable. Thirdly, bonding groups of newcomers, including new parents scholars, exchange students, returning seniors from SCP, together with current residents. And fourthly, spearheading the Recruit renovation project with the support from Hall Master, NCRC, JCRC, and fellow hall residents, and liaising with external vendors for welfare supports, including holiday storage scheme and support. Prior to academic year 2013 to 2014, there were 3 CCAs under the welfare and service cluster, namely KE Angels, OCIP Cambodia, and OCIP Laos. This year, all the 3 teams went the extra mile to improve on their job scope and standard. In addition, there are 2 new teams in this cluster, Green Team and Israel Service Learning. Green Team was formed to promote eco-friendly lifestyle among students, and Israel Service Learning, also known as Project Mada, is a student-led overseas ambulance attachment program based in Israel. However, Project Mada will not set off in the coming year due to the recent security issues in Israel.
welfare sector this year. Firstly, a series of bonding projects were introduced. For example, there was a welcome dinner for the new SMU scholars, buddy system for incoming exchange students, international students newsletter, and welcome back supper for semester 2 new residents, including exchange students, returning seniors from SEP, and residents that only joined KE7 in semester 2. Secondly, we collaborated with a third-party vendor, Volkswagen, for holiday storage. It is a cheaper, more convenient yet safer process as compared to the previous in-house holiday storage scheme. In addition, the Recre Room went through a total revamp and was reopened in semester 2. With the new facilities and furniture, Recre Room is now living up to its name and becoming the new gallery corner of KE7. Currently, there is a movie corner with projector and sofa, game corner with sport games and mahjong, and magazines for leisure. Before the end of my speech, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the following people. Firstly, Hallmaster and SCRC, who gave constant advice and support for the projects we wanted to initiate. Secondly, all hall staff who are always willing to help us. Thirdly, Aloysius, the 56th Social and Welfare Secretary, and Stephanie, the 55th Social and Welfare Secretary, for their guidance and help throughout my term. And all my CCA leaders and residents that helped me along the way. I would like to specially mention Nicholas and Siwei, who are always so efficient in managing OCIP laws, providing me with essential knowledge about OCIP as a whole. Sharon Yang, OCIP laws head, did a great job despite being new to the CCA herself, and Yvonne, the OCIP laws wise head, in helping her along the way. Edwin, who always understood my concerns and tried his very best to expand the job scope of KE Angels, from which he began seeing their little joys of our life. Si Yu, the greeting head, leading a newly formed CCA is tough, but she made it happen. Valerie, the project manga head, who independently led the new team to a super challenging overseas adventure. And of course, Foma and Stephen, our very own Recre Room designers at the initial stage. Last but not least, my fellow GCIC team, without whom the achievements and initiatives would not have been in place. Thank you everyone for making everything happen. Thank you.
Now I would like to ask for the motion of the Welfare Secretary's report to be passed. Can I have a proposal? Okay, thanks, Rick. Okay, can I have a seconder? Okay, thank you. Next, the Publicity and Marketing Strategy, Kaiser will be presenting his report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kaiser, the 57th GCRC Publicity and Marketing Secretary. My duty was to oversee the media and marketing CCAs, KE Vision, KE Press, KE Motion, KE Web, KE Design, and Top Publicity Board. It has been a busy year for my sector, and I'd like to take this opportunity to share with you guys a summary of what we have done and some suggestions for improvement. KE Vision continues to provide top-quality coverage for all major hall events this year. Before the start of the academic year, we sent key members for an intermediate photography workshop. The knowledge they gained was passed down to Vision members through classes that they conducted back in hall. Some initiatives were also launched by them this academic year, such as live photo printing during Gideon's Day and NUS Saturday, KE Vision photography camp during the semester break, and collaborating with SMC to take portraits of our athletes to create hype for IHG. Some areas of improvement would be to enforce deadline of event coverage requests so they can manage their manpower better. In the past year, one of KE Motion objectives was to improve the learning and editing skill of their members. They launched a new training program and members have produced a short film by the end of the program. It is a good initiative by them and I hope that they can continue on improving their competency. Other than upgrading their skill, they also took on more projects last year, such as welcome dinner video, STRC introductory video, production videos, and IHG recap video. It is encouraging to see an improvement from the previous year, and KE Motion should continue to strive to improve quality of work. KE Press continues to churn out well-written articles in the previous academic year. Due to new security measures introduced by the Computer Center, we had to seek help from KE Web to ship our server out of NUS, and our blog was relocated. Some areas for improvement of KE Web would be to enforce event coverage deadline and also to get more media passes so they are able to cover the event from a strategic position. In the previous academic year, KU also undertook a major project to revamp our outdated webpage. The new webpage has a sleeker design and is updated with photos taken by KE Vision. The overhaul is very well received, and I have received feedback from people saying that they chose to come to KE because of what they saw on the webpage. Additionally, this update provides a more professional image for our hall, and one suggestion for them is to make sure that the website is updated regularly. Moving on to KE Design, one major accomplishment that they achieved was to publish a yearbook before the start of finals in semester 2. This made it more convenient for residents to collect their yearbook compared to previous years. Another initiative launched by them was to open up their expertise to every CCA in hall. They helped with design work such as project recognition, international student newsletter, and jersey design. Similar to KE Vision and Press, one suggestion would be to enforce the deadline for design requests. One area that I focused more on the previous year was the restructuring of our hall marketing CCA. It was renamed Hall Publicity Board and came out with a two-pronged approach to sell our hall to incoming freshmen. Firstly, we will market the hall through external events such as NUS Open Day. We took extra effort to make our booth as attractive as possible. Something that we have done was to take over the props and backdrops from hall play and Chinese drama. We did some work on them and use it as our backdrop and photo booth. We also got some custom-made merchandise and even the mascot to create more hype. Secondly, we will sell KE through internal events such as bar suppers and football tournament. The rationale for this is actually to create a more vibrant hall life so our residents can feel more justifiable when they recommend KE to their friends. HPB has launched many new initiatives this year, such as What's Up This Week, bar supper and football tournament as I mentioned just now. And they have also taken over control of our social media pages. It's still a very young CCA, and I recommend them to keep on trying new things and not stick with what we have done. Other than overseeing the CCAs under me, I've also undertaken other projects such as combined hall t-shirt for ISG, project recognition, and hall leaders association workshop. Descriptions of these can be found in the agent report. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank a few people who have made life easier for me in the previous year. Firstly, Hall Master and SCRC gave us invaluable advices and always being supportive. Secondly, Hall Office staff for their assistance. Thirdly, all the CCAs leader under me, JJ, Ryan, Sushi, Zhezhou, Ziye Sheng, Siwei Ziqian, Kari, Yiling, Shuting, and members of KE Media and HPB for their cooperation. Next, I'd like to thank all Hall residents for their support during our term in office. And lastly, I would like to thank my fellow JCRC members for their encouragement, support, team spirit, and trust that we have in each other. Thank you.
The job is done by two persons. By right, we need to know, but since we has graduated after doing the FIP, I took over the job entirely, so so really came from this job now. Okay. Okay, the hall leader's job is to check and make sure that everything that the hall CCA says that they actually have and it's not missing. So it's my job to go around and basically check for every single one of the items. And all the hall leaders have already met me and they have done their check. So the job will include asking them for their inventories and takeover. That's actually items because of the fact that every year our hall leaders are changing. So it's very hard to keep account of all the items they have. Okay. First, ownership and common items. First, there are many common rooms in hall. Showrooms, definitely one of them. Venue, sewing room, rec room, now that we have it. So many of the items inside are not well taken care of or actually have a proper owner. So this exact problem as it's written in my report was brought last year by the auditors. But as the unofficial owner of the showroom, because no one else was staying out the showroom, so I took the problem and I cleaned it up. That's just the showroom items. Basically, the tools in the floor room and everything are bought by me and by our pay. So I have a set ownership of the place. So I get rid of the things inside go missing, and that's the main problem. Things inside will keep going missing. So what has been done is me and my successor, we have went down and item tag every single tool in the floor room. So a video of this can be found inside the report, so you can go and see all the tools that I have inside. So again, I recommend just now your production date has already said that however not to yes, it's a very good idea. But then you should really really find one person and approach the this can also be my report. So same thing, I'll ask the GCRC to look into this as well. Same thing as the social is the money that's going inside all our fees. So by extension, it's all our money. So we do our money go inside all these things. Especially if the external people will learn from this all money in the point end for the staff. Then it's not justifiable to residents here. Also, I think again, as stated here, soccer has lost several songs since the handover from last year to this year. What happened was the balls were left in the league of entry, and then the uncles just threw it away because there was one taking care of the ball. So this kind of thing should not happen because this kind of thing is for items. So we have a proper storage of the ball. All items are small items. So this is only one of the many problems. For top institution as now don't have this kind of issue. I know personally CD has lost a few carpets here and there, they have lost a steam iron here and there. Then I know what the other lots of lost and stuff, especially E-Block. E-Block has lost a lot of feature appliances that were given to China. So a lot of these things can be stored in proper storage and stuff. And item tag issues has also been stated last year, but has not been implemented. Item tagging of all your stuff, maybe just for the sticker that is not to CD, is not to GB. It will really help the auditing things here, and it really help the people who are doing it. Next one, can take over. Can take over many cases, as I said just now, the privilege of all can take over is not properly done. Maybe it's just not used to doing a hand take over, but maybe it can start from this year onwards. A hand take over will be done. Someone will then observe, I have this many items, I'm passing on to the next, I'm passing on to my successor, this many items to account. And then from there, a proper documentation going on. I shouldn't be chasing them, because a lot of the information I get from the 8 I just money, they don't know, they can check Excel, so they should already have a list of 10 and then they submit that to me. Because like that, I don't even know what I'm doing. So, if I cannot do it this year, next year onwards, the next monitor should have put in, they eat inside, they party inside, they don't really party, they just chill inside, but they leave the place. So maybe some of the food is still there, no one cleans up the place, the table is dirty, the mahjong set is not packed up, this kind of thing happens. So who is actually involved in taking care of the vacuum? I want to ask you, because I personally don't know who is involved in taking care of the vacuum.
Hello. Hi, perhaps you can continue your report first and then we'll address the concerns subsequently. Thank you.
Right, so that's one of my concerns, vacuum. Another thing is the football table. The football table came in last year, it's very good. I like to hear your comment. The football that's kept here currently have a few broken players. Who is actually going to take care of it? Who's going to repair it? Or are you guys saying for repairs? The football table downstairs is fine, I think, but if it's the only football table there, it's going to get spoiled also. So maintenance-wise, a lot of arguments. Let's see what are you going to do? Last year, you have commissioned the creation of many one-time use banners, namely the blockade banners, which after that I don't know where they go. I recall the SIG described itself, these 3 banners, maybe 2 of them only found, that used to be hanged at D-Block, that oversee PGB, also know where they are now. CD IPG winner, okay, that one is kept with CD. The IPG 1314 banner, that one is Sharp Space, and there will be many balls item that was handled. These banners can only be used for 1 year, and I'm quite sure that the banners actually cost quite a bit. So, as stated in my report, these banners, the money that has been invested in these banners can actually be used in either hall items, or you can actually make banners that can be. Next thing that has not been written in my report is, as a hall leader, I actually would like to do a financial audit of the whole hall, but I personally cannot do it because I don't have the credentials or the ability to do it because I don't know how to do it myself. But actually, I would want to look at how the hall is spending the money because but I cannot do that because I don't have the ability. But this is directed to the hall residents. Sorry. Anyone actually under the JCRC whatever, anyone can actually ask the hall treasurer to look at the account. Not anyone in hall can actually go to them and ask for the account, and the hall treasurer must submit the accounts in several working days. Just to let you all know. So in case you want to go and see the accounts, you all can actually have an outlet to do it. This is written in I think at this year JCRC report. Okay, lastly, this is the one person to be the job of the auditor. Last year when we were having this MDGR, the auditor's job presented he asked whether the auditor can get points. I know this wasn't written in black and white because I read not part of the reason why I took my hall auditor, but then, yes, the hall auditor should be given points because he's actually doing a service for the hall. But the problem with hall auditor is I work in between this JCRC and JCRC. So there's no real people that I'm actually attached to. By right, I'm attached to this JCRC, but then I don't work when they are working. So the problem about point system is that I don't know whether I get points or not, and in the end I didn't get points. But the next JCRC is actually it's the second year we got up points to the hall auditor. Last but not least, last academic year report only brought up 2 issues, which is the float room, common room, and then loss of equipment. But as we can see, this has not been addressed by the JCRC at all. So I want to ask JCRC, have you all ever been reading the report from last year? Someone from CU, the hall auditor last year. So this is even worse, because you are already in the JCRC and these events are not, these recommendations are not even in place.
Yeah. Okay, so can ask for the motion to pass make this report? Okay, thank you.
Hi. Firstly, thank you for the multiple questions that you have for us. We acknowledge that there's a lot of concerns, and there are valid concerns with regards to the financial utility of your hall players' money. So firstly, I'll address with regards to the recre room, and then subsequently my other JCRC members will be addressing other issues. So with regards to people partying inside or people bringing food inside, and this is unavoidable. Okay, and last year we tried to renovate the whole room, and after discussion, our opinion is that we do not want to enforce too many rules with regards to the maintenance of the recre room. In terms of cleanliness, that is managed by the cleaners. Regards to sharing and making sure that the equipment are fine, I think that because we live in the communal living, there must be a shared understanding among all hall leaders that at least that this is your money too that we have spent, and that if you feel that you would like to enjoy, so that is something that we have considered very greatly. And to highlight some issues, how the CCTV did help us. One of the issues was the mahjong club actually lost, and it was reported by some residents. And we did use the CCTV to actually track back the mahjong club and managed to recover it. So we feel that with regards to this, it must be a shared understanding between hall leaders and also hall residents. And we cannot put too many rules in place to regulate it. So I hope that answers your question. Do you have any questions with regards to this?
I would rather prefer someone take care of this. It's not regimental, just like cleanliness and just ensuring that stuff is still there. Because the sound box, the projector, everything is correct. And if anything is damaged, if the residents never report, then I think it's up to a certain whatever CCA where just look at it. It doesn't take much time. Once, as you said, once every 2 weeks, just go in, take a look, come on. I honestly don't think it takes that much time.
Yet again, yes, we do acknowledge that's an important concern. And on our side, because we just opened in April, so within a short period of time, we just want to test out whether or not this is possible. Okay, but that being said, because Suti was the one involved in the renovation of this project, and so she was also in charge of this. Yeah, but together, collectively, the JCRC, we help each other as and when we go to the recreational room. But we feel that we do not want to put any more rules in place after this. Thank you for your concern.
Hi, Meg. Hi, firstly, thank you for doing the hall auditor's job single-handedly. Please join me in thanking Meg once again. I think a lot of the concerns which you brought up, we have, as 58 GCFC, we have been talking about it during our retreat and until today. And we actually have answers for some of your concerns. I think Recre Room has been answered by Julian. I'll just briefly go through what are we doing to make sure that the things that happened last year will not happen again. Firstly, the football table. Currently, it's under VII Hall, and if I'm not wrong, we are still under warranty, and he's trying to get it fixed. And even if we are not under warranty, I think we will pay the repair amount to repair the football table, because I understand HPB is going to have a football tournament soon. So don't worry about that. And next is that dance and band room usage. We understand that a lot of other people from outside use dance room because they are friends, IK or stuff like that. So what we have done is actually we have come up with a SOP, a standard operating procedure on booking of, let's say, dance room or band room usage. And you can find, as residents, I think hall leaders have already been informed. We have uploaded these documents into K intranet. And although we understand that it's not, some of you have problem accessing it, so maybe we'll use script to upload again, or email all the hall leaders at least, so that they can inform their members. Thirdly, float room and band room ownership. Currently, I think Val and Yu Yang are the ones in charge. Val will be band room and Yu Yang will be in charge of float room, and they have been discussing with their fellow leaders and like how they can regulate to make sure that things don't go missing or things don't get spoiled very easily. Then next will be the sports room. Currently, this has been planned but not yet implemented. We are planning to implement it as soon as possible. We want to install some racks in the sports room so that other CCAs like the balls, soccer balls and touch rugby balls can be stored there and they don't have to be stored in the pantry. And we also are planning to have a book basically so that CCA leaders can sign out and sign in whenever they take their equipments. And okay, lastly, inventory list. I think Su Chin and the GCIC has worked together to come up with this thing called the Hall Logistics Accounting System. And it is still pending approval from SCRC, but the thing actually has on what actions will be taken in the situations where things go missing and how we're investigating and make sure that there's basically some action is taken after something goes missing. And yeah, points for the hall leader. Thank you for bringing it up. We will definitely discuss it and make a decision on it. Yeah, thank you. And as your successor, I think we'll be finding there'll be an appointment later after this. So yeah, thank you very much again.
Okay, so I'll talk about the visibility of the banners. Okay, so I understand your concern about financial, like you can put the money to better use. Okay, but right now, I just assure you that before we actually spend the money on banners, we already allocated to all the CCA, so it really doesn't affect very greatly on how much CCA gets, because it's after allocation. Yeah. Okay, and we admit that there's an oversight that we should have consulted maybe more seniors about how they feel about this idea about all the banners and customizing the banners. But during the elections last year, Hong Qi and Hong got feedback that many hall leaders felt that they were not being recognized, they were under-recognized.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any more questions for us? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hope you all take my recommendations into consideration. So now, who wants to be the next hall leader? If no one, Nicholas will volunteer. Yeah, told me already, so if no one, then Nicholas will volunteer.
Yeah,
Will there be just one auditor?
no, we need to have 2 hall auditors to share the workload because I believe it's very tiring. Any volunteers?
Really another hall leader?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Shire. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, round of applause for the new auditor.
So, no questions. And now we'll pass on to my Thank you.
Good evening, plebeians, and to our alumni who are here, welcome back. Yeah. Okay. Hope you all enjoyed your Mid-Autumn Festival. I'd like to say 中秋节快乐. It is indeed my pleasure and honor to be standing here and addressing all of you today. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you all for taking your time out for coming for today's meeting. I'd also like to acknowledge Hong Qi, 57 JCRC and previous hall leaders' service and commitment to the hall. KE has definitely undergone significant changes under their leadership, so please join me to thank them once again. Thank you. Test. Today I'll be mentioning the plans and vision of our JCRC, and things we have already started doing and what we are planning to do from now on. To summarize my speech in just a few words, it will be the journey to the centennial. Okay, now why do I say that? It is because, as many of you have already known, that next academic year we'll be celebrating King Edward VII Hall's 100th anniversary. So everything that we do from today till next year's AGM will be actually setting the stage for the grand celebration. I know all of you here today have already started work with your CCAs, but today is the day the clock starts ticking and it's official. And we just have 1 year to leave our legacy. So let's have a great year ahead so that next year when we look back we have no regrets and we can celebrate Kay's birthday with peace. Okay, I think... Test. Am I too loud? Okay. Before I share 58 JCRC's vision, I think as residents and leaders of the Great Hall, it is important for us to know what our hall's motto is. Any of you know what the hall motto is? Sean? Yes, that's right, but you jumbled up the thing. So it's basically to strive, to seek, and to serve. If you all have looked at our yearbook, strive is actually to aspire, to toil, to campaign, and to endeavor. Seek, to explore, to pursue, to examine, and to study. Serve, to attend, to support, to nurture, to organize. So throughout our term, let us be mindful of our motto as a hall and always try to strive for the best, seek new areas of improvements, and serve with pride. Now, throughout our journey to the centennial, our vision is to strengthen ties and cultivate a sense of belonging. We as a JCRC understand and agree that the celebration should be as one big family. Before I jump into the plans, let me promise you that during our term in the office, we promise to do our best in, firstly, communicating with clarity and serving with efficiency, to be inclusive and supportive of all, to always stand for K's honor and glory. Allow me to slightly elaborate on the points that I just mentioned. As a GCRC, we will always communicate any major changes made. Regarding some of the, one example for the clarification would be KEEPs. We have made some changes to KEEPs from last year. Basically, we have put down a lot of things to black and white, and we have uploaded the KEEPs onto K intranet as of now. And if you have any questions, feel free to approach us, and any of us, and we'll clarify or we'll take your views into consideration. Okay, next, as a team, we understand that we are administratively in charge of the hall's functioning, but each and every of the residents have a say in the direction and functioning of the hall. We will always take your views and opinions into consideration. Lastly, as the leading body of the hall, we will always uphold our hall's pride and reputation. Now, moving on to plans, we would like to thank 57 for their initiatives, and we will be carrying out continuing some of the things started by them. For example, the project recognition movie nights. You will soon see the project recognition in dining hall. We are just waiting to finish photo taking of all our leaders. We realized that there weren't any official and accessible documented SOP for a lot of things. So we have started actually, for example, borrowing of our sticks, booking of venues, publicity guidelines, and many more. We have actually documented all these procedures and have uploaded into the K intranet so that it can be accessed by all. And hall leaders who attended the Hall Leaders Summit will already have gone through these guidelines. And as residents, whenever you all have any questions, you all can approach them. Okay, in order to make hall more exciting and allow more interblock interaction, the Hall Publicity Board has been successfully running to Blank with Love, you all would have known, and the finale is next Friday at GV. So hope you all are going, and see you then. Hall Publicity Board at K Vision has also collaborated on the new initiative, Faces of K, which has been successfully running for the past few weeks. This campaign features our very own residents and has various personalities, including Hall Master, our Hall Auditor and now Alumni Meng, and other seniors such as Zhi, Sarah Ang. And looking ahead, there will be actually getting freshmen to be featured in the business of KE. Moving forward, I'd like to take this opportunity to share a piece of great news that some of you might have already heard from your blockades. In an effort to make the 5 block lounges more attractive and more homely, Master and SCRC have agreed to install TVs in all the lounges. Now you guys can screen a movie, have karaoke, or even have your meetings in the block lounges with the use of the TV. So I'd like to thank Master and SCRC for this. Another piece of great news is that next year in 2015, NUS will be celebrating its 110th anniversary and Singapore will be celebrating its 50th birthday. So, to celebrate these occasions, our hall will be leading the combined halls of NUS contingent at next year's Chingay Parade. And right now we are looking for members to join the committee and to lead. So feel free to join and approach Bell if you are interested. The 58th JCRC is also currently working on hall merchandisers. We will need your support to make this initiative successful. The objective behind this initiative is to ensure that everyone, including alumni, can hold on to something which represents KE. Speaking about alumni, in line with our vision, we plan to strengthen ties with our alumni with the help of ARC, Alumni Relations Committee. Some of you might have noticed the fishbowl which has already been placed in office. So you guys can drop your cards or your pads, or you guys can even leave messages for different residents in hall. We are also planning to start engaging not only graduating seniors, but also other active seniors who leave the hall in year 2s or year 3s. Furthermore, in order to make our hall more homely, we are pioneering to increase the physical outlook of our hall. For example, HPB is currently working on a timeline that showcases annual events that happen in KE alongside the Com Hall. In line with that, the block committees have also proposed to paint their block lounges and will be supporting this initiative if they wish to go ahead with it. KE Vision will also be showcasing their members' works in a new initiative titled KE Gallery. As the JCRC, we encourage our CCA leaders and residents to be proactive with such initiatives and will try to offer our support whenever possible. This year, we are off to a great start with support from various CCAs and all our residents, so let's work together towards building our own KE together. Okay, now before I end, I think each of us have our own reasons on why we are attached to or why we like KE. For some of us, it might be playing for the team in IHE, or for some of us, it might be performing for KE in outside events. For some of us, it just might be to organize an event in hall. So let me share with you my reason of what is my main reason for liking hall. Last year when I was a freshman, I had never thought that I would join floorball. But after IBG, the floorball captain, Vernon, are you here today? Okay, Vernon actually inspired me and shared with me his vision for the team, which was to win gold in last year's IHG. And his vision really motivated me and made me join floorball. And for those who know me last year, will know how crazy I was and still am about floorball. For G4 people, you might have seen me playing in the G4 toilet sometimes because I really like to play floorball. And I would like, even though we didn't win gold last year, I like to proudly say that it was a journey which was worth all the time and effort. And I remember before every match we play, be it friendlies or be it during IHG, one of us will say, who do we play for? The rest will shout KE. This always gave me goosebumps because it's like the whole team is fighting for one body, and when we are on the court, we are not individual players, but we are one team. So what I'm trying to say is, we might be in different CCAs, different sectors, or even different blocks, but at the end of the day, we are representing KE. We have to believe and trust each other and work towards as one KE and as one family. To everyone present here, even freshmen, don't ever think that because you don't have a leadership position, you cannot make a difference in the hall. Last year, if you all know Bin Hao, currently the marketing director, he actually initiated and started the foosball culture in KE. And so no matter who you are, you can make a difference. So as a CCA, how is your journey to the Centennial going to be like? Our time is short, so let's make the best out of what we have. I would like to thank KE Media and Culture Management Board for today's coverage and assistance, and of course, thank you all for attending today's event. I'll end by asking you, who do you play for? Thank you. Thank you, Daniel.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm the Vice President of the incoming VII and this year my main aim will be to support our president staff as well as the rest of our team of VII in achieving our vision, which is to strengthen ties and cultivate a sense of belonging. So aside from that, I'm also in charge of the administration of KIPS, like HOC, and also supervising 3 main CCAs, MAB, REC, and PWOC. So Shu Chin, our Honorary General Secretary, couldn't be here because of his night class. So I'll be conveying his speech on his behalf. So here goes. Good evening, I'm Shu Chin, the Honorary General Secretary. First, I apologize for not being able to deliver this in person. Much as I would like to listen to the intense exchange of opinions during the Q&A later, I'm afraid that I have a lesson which I cannot miss. My aim is at AY is simple: accountability. To this end, I will communicate the JCRC's decisions to the Hall promptly, and where appropriate, I will push the JCRC to give reasons as well. But accountability ought not to be a one-way street. Residents ought to be responsible to the Hall as well. For this, I hope to create a system that will hold residents responsible if they lose or damage equipment negligently. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Justin. I represent JCRC as Finance Director. This year, we are able to step up early, and we had a chance to work with a few CCA leaders and PWOC. I basically deal with finance matters on behalf of residents or for residents. This year, my aim is to hope that I'll be able to maintain the same level of efficiency as my predecessors learned, and also to make Hall a better place and make the finance procedure a smoother one for everyone. So that's all for me. Thank you, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zhao. Sports director. So this year I'll be focusing more on seeking external parties, namely the other sports directors, and also the IHG community for shares, and a few internal parties such as our sports captains. So I'll be representing KE in all the sports council meeting and strive to safeguard KE's interests and ensure fairness in IHG. So our main goal this year is to achieve 4th position in overall IHG standing. Thank you.
I focus more on internal sports administration, such as supporting SMC and sports captain with internal sports events. We also want to assure you that with regards to sports, we will ensure that you guys can optimize your sports experience here at KEB, IBG, trainings or IHG. Thank you.
Hi guys, I am Valerie, your culture director.
And my aim is to bring culture one level up, and we'll do this by talking more to the
overseas marketing sector in publicizing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm VII Hall and I'm your marketing director for this year. I'm currently judge of HPB for Publicity Board, Alumni Relation Committee, and generally any publicity internal external for K7. So my aim for this year is to work on the foundations established by my predecessor, okay, and further promote K7 as the choice hall, okay, strengthening ties between alumni and the hall, and also to cultivate a sense of belonging amongst the residents. So thank you.
So now the 58th will be holding a Q&A session for 15 minutes. Same rules apply. Just come to the front, say your name and